Hey, what's going on, everybody? Figure I'd make my first video today, or my first video for this new channel, and I just want to talk about the obvious. Just want to talk about the obvious out here in the world today, and I just want to mention today's subject, which is about the world, how it is today, and how there is a war for your mind, your body, and your soul. Look here, it don't take a holy roller to figure out that something's not right today. Something's not right. I'm talking about if you just look around, man, something just doesn't feel right. Something feels off. Some of you might understand where I'm coming from when I say that. It seems like we live in a real bizarro land out here. And and to be truthful is kind of scary, you know? You got people trying to sexualize children. You have people out here trying, you got guys out here who aren't really doing what they got to do as far as with the families, and you got the ladies, doing what they're doing nowadays, which is, I'm not going to speak ill of them, but it's just uncouth behavior. And you have everybody out here. It's the blind leading the blind, and it's kind of messed up out here. You know, um, you have a lot of the media is separating people, whether that be religion, politics, gender, or whatever. You know, and we're just talking about the mind. You know, we're just talking about the spiritual. Let's not get on the physical. And the physical, most people in this country, America, they eat things that are banned in other countries. They eat things that should be illegal because, in the United States it's all about, how much money can we get from the people. They don't care about our health. They never did. If they cared about our health insurance wouldn't be so expensive. If they cared about our health, they wouldn't be putting poison crap in all the food. You know, aside from that, like I had to realize this. That hell, even something as little as the stuff that they put in the food can affect your mind and can affect your spirit. For example, sugar. They put sugar in everything in the United States. They even put sugar in stuff that you don't expect it to be in, like ketchup. This is why you have a lot of people walking around in this country who are obese and all of that because they're constantly consuming sugar, and they never drink water, and they never take care of themselves. You know, on top of that, sugar affects your joints. Sugar affects your joints because, like, honestly, think about it. It's like a car. Your body's like a car. You wouldn't put you wouldn't put sludge into your car, would you? No, you would put the right gasoline into your car. And to me, water is what is our fuel. You need to fuel yourself with the proper fuel. And you need to drink water, period. So you have a lot of people, eating, consuming sugar on a regular basis. It's affecting their joints, it's affecting their mood. Because excessive sugar consumption will affect your mood, you know? That's why you got a lot of grumpy people walking around now, unfortunately. You know, so you got to watch out for what you eat. Stop consuming all this BS out here today. Um, because a lot of the stuff that's in the food is no good for you. You have to start making your own meals. And especially if you have children, it's no reason on earth your child should be eating McDonald's chicken nuggets on a regular basis. There's no reason why your kids should be eating, you know, quarter pounders or whatever. They need to be eating proper foods. You need to be eating proper foods because it affects your spirit, it affects your mind, and it affects your overall physical health. You know? So so take care of your body when it comes to the type of food you eat. Go outside, go work out on the regular. The human body is meant to move. The human body is meant to move, man. God didn't make us on this earth to be sedentary. He didn't create us to be sitting still, you know? And keep in mind, when, our ancestors, you never saw like cavemen and all that walking around that were obese because guess what? They had to hunt their food and that kept them lean, and that kept them where they need to be. So, watch out for the food you eat, because it could affect you in a lot of ways. Aside from the food, let's talk about social media and what you consume mentally. Look here, a lot of people, they consume social media. They watch gossip shows like The View, The Talk, Wendy Williams, a lot of these podcasts online, Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, whoever, everybody's consuming a lot of this stuff online. And, a lot of people need to recognize that, a lot of that is really feeding your mind. Unbeknownst to you, you just think it's entertainment, but a lot of it is feeding your mind. Think about it. If you're constantly listening to negative stuff, then subconsciously you're going to soak up some of that negative energy from the negative media that you consume. If you like, for example, I used to constantly watch, you know, um, like content that was, about, that was gender specific and it was about women this and women that, and subconsciously I started to think that that's what it was 24/7. And ultimately I walked around with a real grumpy mood towards women because, well, the podcast said this and women and so such and such women are supposed to be like that, and I'm pretty sure women walk around the same way with these podcasts talking about men. Let me tell you something. This men versus women stuff needs to stop. A lot of this separation needs to stop. We need to bring back the family. We need to bring back the importance of families and building family units, because ultimately we need that as a society, because we're crumbling as a society without it right now. Everybody's walking around pretending like they don't need anyone when we all need someone. We all need somebody. No matter how much money you got or whatever, or however much you try to pretend like, you know, you don't need anybody, we all need somebody. The soul yearns for it to be with kindred spirits. So whether that, so you need to really, really be cognizant of the stuff that you consume with social media. So now we got food, we got social media. And also, I mean, there's a war for your spirit. Aside from that, it's just like, you're constantly being told that you're not good enough. You're constantly told that you're not beautiful enough, that you don't make enough money, that you're not tall enough, that you're not whatever enough. But you are enough. Male, female, old, young, child, adult, you are enough. You have a lot of people that really walk around, feeling downtrodden because, you know, society's always saying make more money, be more materialistic, be more, be more, be more, be more. You have to learn to accept who you are and learn that life is always about building. You should never think that you have arrived. Life is about building. Life is about, creating the right conditions and communities for, your children to grow up in, and the right environment for you to be around, you know. Now here's the thing, the world is messed up. The world is messed up. But here's the thing, we can't control that. But you want me to tell you what you can control? You can control yourself. You can control what you eat. You can control what you consume via social media. You can control how you treat others. Which brings me to another point. Learn how to be somewhat positive towards people. I'm not saying be gullible. I'm not saying be a yes man. But you have to learn to start being more positive, because it's enough negative crap in the world already. Why add to it? It takes nothing to show a little bit of kindness to somebody. Let me give you an example. I went to Publix yesterday to get a chicken tender sub or whatever. And it was this woman, it was this sister in the line. She was making a sub, and she looked like, you could look at her face and tell that she just felt broken inside. Like you could feel that from her. And while she was making my sub, I simply told her, hey, I know it's probably been a long day. Thank you for making my sub. Take your time. I know there's a lot of people in this line and that you've had a hard day, but things will get better. And I truly appreciate you making my sub. And she smiled, like she had like this really big grin. And she took a lot of pleasure in making my sub, which, to be honest, that's what it's about, man. Because I'm glad that, I ain't nobody. I'm not much as far as like, being able to improve somebody's life or whatever. I'm not God or nothing. But if I could, if I could bring some joy to somebody's life, even for 1 second, then I take pride in doing God's work by just, showing some type of kindness. I'm not saying just give until you can't give no more. But it doesn't take much to be kind to somebody from time to time, because you don't know what somebody's going through. But like I said, take control of your spirit, take control of your mind, take control of your physical. And this is why every morning now, my routine, as soon as I get up out of bed, I drink some water, I say a prayer, or I ask God, please lead me down the right path. I meditate for a second, and then I go work out and get my physical together. And then I can start the day with a clear head, with a clear consciousness, with joy in my heart, and knowing that I'm going forward out into a world full of hate and angst and pain. Going out into a world like that the right way. If I go out into the world the right way, a lot of this evil stuff going on out here won't even matter to me anymore. So take charge of your life, because it's your life. Take control of your spirit and your mind and your body. Because a lot of these things that you're going through with your mind and your spirit and your body, a lot of this stuff is a result of choices that you made. So make the right choice, people. Just wanted to say, if nobody told you guys today that you special and that you matter and that you're important, You know, I'm letting you know right now that you are special, you matter, and you are important, you know. So I'm just gonna leave it on a positive note, and I hope you guys have a better day and that you accomplish what you set forth to do. It's your man Doc Garcia signing out. I'll let y'all later. Peace.